Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with a new chapter in EVS 1, and this chapter is based on your science subject. The name of the chapter is The Environment and Us. Now, what does environment means? That means in the surrounding in which we are living. In this surrounding, we find many living and non-living things that are present. So, this makes an environment in which we survive. That is, living world survive in this environment. And what all things are the part of this environment? So this we are going to study in this particular chapter. So let's begin with the explanation. In this part of the video, we are going to see what is deforestation. Deforestation means how the plants are being cut down for making different facilities available to human world, and how this environment is getting polluted day by day with the use of number of vehicles and with the smoke emitting with the vehicles as well as from the industries, and how harmful it is there for all the living world that are present on the earth. This part of slide you can see few questions that are given, and we need to answer to these questions. With the help of the questions given below, explain what would happen if forests are cleared on a large scale. That means if deforestation takes place, then what is going to be the results in future and how we are going to face the consequences. Now the first question is, will water and food sources for living things grow or dwindle? Dwindle means it is going to get reduced day by day. Why? If forests are cleared, the amount of rain will become less and the amount of food required will also be dwindled, means it is going to be reduced. The next question is, will the living things look for shelters elsewhere or stay on? Why? The living things will definitely look for shelters elsewhere because forest will be cleared and that is their home. If they don't have their home, so what will happen? The other living things that are present in the forest need to move on to other places. And if the population is increasing in the human world, then definitely forests are being cleared to make houses, factories, industries to provide the need. The next question is, will the space occupied by the plants and animals increase or decrease? Why? The space occupied by the plants and animals will definitely decrease because forest that is cleared will be used for other purposes like agriculture, industry, building malls, buildings, houses, and so on. The last question is, will the number of living things increase or decrease? Why? The number of living things will decrease because forest provides food, shelter, and water. So, if these requirements are not going to be fulfilled, then automatically the living things that are present on the earth will get less in number. Deforestation. The population of the world is now close to 600 crores. That means day by day the number of living world that is present on the earth, the human world, is increasing, and there is no limitation for its number. Man is developing new technology to meet the needs of people and is using more and more land and water resources for this purpose. Yes, it is very much correct that yes, it is being seen that land and water is being used at a more rate as compared to that was being used in the past. Why? Because to meet the requirement of this huge population, the requirements are increasing and these requirements need to be fulfilled. And how they have been fulfilled? When the purpose is, when the needs have been met. Now, to provide each and every facility to the living world, that is, human world, open spaces have been required on a large scale. And for what purpose it is being used? For agriculture, for housing, industries, and for building roads and railways. Because as the population is increasing, the number of vehicles are also increasing, and the requirement for these roadways as well as railways are also increasing. So, to meet the requirement of huge population, these things have been built. Many forests have been cut down to meet the requirement so that places are available to build houses, to build roads, railways, connecting highways, and many more things. The marshy or low-lying areas are filled to reclaim the land. That means land is made available for different purposes, for agriculture, for housing, for developing industries, for many other purposes. The environments provide shelter to the living world present on the earth. That means it is a shelter for not only human world but other living things that are present on the earth. And by or the other way, we are harming their shelter. We are destroying their shelter for our sake. In the forest, we find a variety of biodiversity. That means we find variety of plants in the forest, trees in the forest, and different types of birds as well as wild animals live in the forest. Birds build their nest, that is their shelter, that is their habitat. And animals, many other wild animals are living in the forest like monkey, elephant, deers, tigers, lions, and many more. So that is their habitat, their shelter for their survival, for their living purpose. And all their needs are met in this forest. That means they get food. We have studied food chain, that how one is dependent on other. So if these forests have been cut down, because some animals are there who are eating grass, trees, leaves, plants, and so on, whereas others who are eating animals as well as leaves, roots. So definitely, if these forests have been cut down, then their food is going to get affected and they may not get food for their survival. So, if these forests are reduced, then the biodiversity that is present on the earth is also going to get affected. Now, the next point is pollution. We now and then hear this word pollution. In the earlier chapter, also, we have studied about pollution, that is, air pollution and noise pollution. Now, today we are going to study about water pollution. We all have studied in earlier classes that what is water pollution when we hear this word. That means the day by day the water is getting polluted. Now how these water sources are getting polluted? By the waste coming out from the factories without being processed, by the waste coming out from the households, from the buildings without being processed, and it is directly let into the water bodies. This allows to get mixed with the fresh water or the water bodies that are present on the earth, and the water gets polluted day by day, which may not be suitable for drinking purpose. Wastewater is also given out from factories into the surrounding. If wastewater from such polluted sources keeps soaking into the soil becomes infertile. That means the outlet of the water that has been polluted, and these water bodies which are present on the earth's surface, it gets soaked into the soil, and when it is passed on from different factories and industries, and these water bodies get mixed with this polluted chemicals as well as waste that are coming out from factories and industries, that get soaked into the soil. That means the polluted water gets soaked into the soil and it reduces the fertility of the soil. That means the soil may not be suitable for growing any kind of crops, or if the crops are grown on the soil, then that would be damaged easily. Now, chemical fertilizers and pesticides are also being used in agricultural field so that the crops grow immediately. You know that when a crops are grown, it is having a particular lifespan to grow. Accordingly, if it is grown before its time, that means it is being used by certain chemical fertilizers or pesticides to help its growth into a faster. So this can harm the living world who is consuming the crops, the foods that is being chemically processed. You can see in the slide that how the chemical fertilizers, insecticides or pesticides are being sprayed on standing crops that affects the food that is being consumed by the human world. Sometimes these chemical fertilizers are getting seep into the soil, and finally what happens, they flow into the rivers along with the rainwater. That means the soil is also getting affected as well as the water bodies that are present on the earth. Due to several such reasons, water and soil gets polluted, and this leads to water pollution and soil pollution. This could be very dangerous to the plants and animals that are present on the water bodies as well as in the land surface. So what is the result of that? That the plants and animals get reduced in their number, and eventually when they consume this water, and if the things that are grown on the soil, then it leads to their death. And what happens, their number starts reducing day by day and they become extinct. We all know that fuel is being used at home, that is your natural gas LPG cylinder, that has been used for cooking purpose. So once you use the fuel, it is not going to get refilled in the same cylinder at home itself. You need to give it to the gas agency, and accordingly fuels are being filled, and accordingly you need to book it, and then you get it back. In the same way, some fuels are being burnt in big industries and factories, but these fuels which are burnt in the industries and factories, it creates a air pollution in a great amount. On the one hand, tremendous quantities of carbon dioxide enter the air due to burning of these fuels. We all are aware that when these fuels are being burned, then they release carbon dioxide. We all are also aware that plants inhale carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen. This oxygen is helpful for breathing purpose for all the human world that is present on the earth. But because of the numerous gases that are present on the earth and is being burnt by human world, so the plants are getting affected, and the level of oxygen is getting reduced day by day. Result of that is carbon dioxide is increasing, and it is going to affect our health, which in return results different kinds of illnesses in our health. So, on the other hand, due to large scale of deforestation, that means cutting down of trees in the forest, the number of trees available for absorbing this carbon dioxide is getting reduced. That means in the air, completely there is a mixture of carbon dioxide and oxygen, and you never know what you are breathing. Are you breathing oxygen or you are breathing carbon dioxide? So, this can be explained with the example that is present in Delhi. If you hear on the news channel, you will come to know that how the state is getting affected because of the pollution that has been emitted from different factories as well as vehicles, and it is affecting the air. So it's very difficult to breathe because completely the fog that is present is dangerous for the health. When the proportion of carbon dioxide is increasing in the air, it leads to rise in temperature. That is why we can see that how the temperature is fluctuating, is changing day by day. Sometimes it's very warm, sometimes it's cold, and in the summer the temperature is near about 40 to 45 degrees. That is unbearable. So, what it leads to, because of these chemicals or because of the fuels that are burnt and is getting mixed in the air, it increases the temperature on the earth, leads to melting of different glaciers, icebergs that are present on the earth. And when remember, we have studied, we are having 71% of water on the earth and 29% of land. That means if this water that is present in the form of ice glaciers, if this is going to get melt, then the water level is going to increase day by day. This is going to result very harmful, very dangerous. So we see such a temperature rise in all parts of the world. Not only India is suffering with this problem, but many other parts of the world are suffering with the rise in temperature and is getting affected day by day. So, besides this, when the fuels are burnt in a vehicle, they give out various chemical poisonous gases, and this gets mixed in the air. Even the industries, they are using different chemicals and they are letting this into mixed into air as well as into different water bodies. That means air and water pollution is taking place simultaneously, and this leads to air pollution on a very large scale. That means from all the sides we are affecting the earth. In return, how earth should react to us, though it is a non-living factor on the earth, but what is its results? Its results are going to be disaster, and we are going to be the sufferers on this earth. So as a part of this earth, it is our duty to preserve our environment. So, in this part of the video, we have learned that how we are affecting our earth. That is going to be a difficult situation for us in future. So we need to understand, and accordingly we need to find the solution to the problem. Thank you, my dear children, for watching the video. We will continue the next part of the chapter in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.